Yo, 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 what is up? What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another edition of our watch along video. Yes, it's the first one of the big double header in the Champions League semi-final. Yes, second leg. It's Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid. Yes, the game that actually ended 1-1 at Atletico Madrid's turf last week on Wednesday, and of course the return leg happening today. Winner takes all. Of course, for Arsenal, if they do make it to the final, it will be the second time in their history they make it to the Champions League final. For Atletico Madrid, it will be their third time making it into the final. Of course, Arsenal making it into the final in 2006, where they lost 2-1 to Barcelona, while for Atletico Madrid, this will be their third final in their history, where they actually the first one was way back in 2014, where they lost to Real Madrid in extra time, and also in 2016 I think they also lost to Real Madrid as well on penalties. So both teams of course never won the Champions League, and we'll be looking at least to get one over their rivals today. So it hopes it actually has poised very, very well, because so far there is no more away goals, guys. No more away goals. So it's either you win or you go home. Nowadays, no more away goals, which to me is actually a very wonderful thing, because away goals were kind of a huge detraction in the team, because teams will just think it out. They just get an away, a 1-1 away from home. They just come at home and now they're just forced at 0-0. But this time around, you have to win on aggregate. Of course, you have to outscore the opposition. And of course, the lineups that will be chosen by both managers can clearly see for Arsenal. Of course, more or less a predictable lineup nowadays. Raya in goal, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel Califiori, Lewis Kelly, and of course Declan Rice, and of course Eze, Saka, Trossard, and man like Gyökeres. Let me just fix this a little bit. Let me just fix this. Give me a second, guys. We'll do this midstream. Yes, of course. Thank you. And of course, for Atletico Madrid, Oblak in goal, Pobil, Lenormand, Hanko, and Ruggeri. And of course, in midfield, we've got Koke and Lorente. And of course, Jimenez on the right, who is back after nursing an injury in the last game. And of course, Lukman on the left, Griezmann, and of course Julián Álvarez as the lone striker, so other as the two forwards out there. So basically we are just about ready to start, guys. We are just about ready to start. Both teams have already made their way onto the pitch. Like I'd said, yes, both teams never won this competition, and of course we'll be looking at least to win it and progress to the final, where they await the winner between PSG and Bayern Munich, which is gonna be played tomorrow at the Allianz Arena. That game is also really, really poised, because first leg actually ended 4-3 to 5-4 to other PSG. And of course Bayern will be hoping at least they can do the business out there, and of course just manage to secure the victory out there. So anyway, guys, make sure you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you are not already subscribed. So yeah, it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be I do think, okay, if I'm to make my prediction, I think this game goes all the way to penalties. I don't know why. I don't know. I just feel that way, but it's just me. Whether feeling, whether thought, it doesn't matter. I do think that maybe the game is gonna go into penalties, because I do think that these two teams are equally poised, man. These two teams are poised, of course, to do the business over each other. And of course, both teams have been labeled haram football. So we're just about ready to start, guys. We are just about ready to start. Yes, of course. And make sure you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. So let us sit back and enjoy this game. Game in which many people have actually dubbed haram football. Yes, because these two managers know how to stink out the place. Both these managers love some negative dark arts football. So let us see what is going to happen. Of course, Arsenal in their usual jerseys of white, or rather red and white t-shirts, and of course white shorts. Atletico Madrid, as usual, playing in an all black, in a black stripes. It's black, yeah, I think it's black, yeah. And of course, if you have to remember the first leg, actually, when these two teams met in the league phase, actually, game is underway. Game is when these two teams met in the league phase. Actually, it's not. Yeah, it's some. Yeah, looks a bit bluish. Yes, when these two teams met in the league phase, um, Arsenal ran out 4-0 winners. Of course, Arsenal still the only unbeaten team in this season's Champions League. They have been unbeaten ever since the first game was played, right? Actually, beginning of September, right until now. So we will see how this game is gonna pan out. We will see how it is going to pan out. Of course, Atletico Madrid, yes, of course, this is a game I'm sure they're just gonna be playing on the counter because, of course, that is a tactic that they've always employed in most of these games that are playing away from home. Which is Saka, Saka on the ball. It's back to Declan Rice, back to Saliba back to Rice. And of course, Arsenal are going to be super buoyed in this game because last night Man City were able to drop points in the Premier League where they drew 3-3 at Everton. So that means that as far as the league title is concerned for Arsenal, it is now in their hands. Of course, the title is in their hands. And what we say is that at least they've got one hand on the title. So if Arsenal are to win, actually just from their next remaining games, they just get maybe. Actually, they just need to win all of them. And of course, they've got very easy games coming up. They've got West Ham away, Burnley at home, and of course, Crystal Palace away. So they'll be hoping at least they can be able maybe to see this one out and also maybe also win the league as well. Declan Rice switches the flanks towards Trossard. Trossard with a header, poor header. But Califiori is not going to get to it. So it's going to be a throw in to Atletico Madrid. A man like Diego Simeone was able to rest his entire team over the weekend where they ran out 2-0 winners. So at least all his players are completely fresh in this game. While for Arsenal, I think from the players who are currently there, I think only actually they never really rested, guys. Because for Arsenal, this is the exact team that played against these guys Fulham on the weekend. Yes, it's the exact same team. So, of course, I'll be hoping that their guys are gonna be up up for this game. Because at the end of the day, they do have to go for this title. Of course, Atletico Madrid have the luxury of resting players because they're not really fighting it out for the league. But for Arsenal, since they are fighting out for the league, they can't really be affording to rest players. And of course, for today, actually against Fulham over the weekend. It's a very, very impressive performance from Luis Kelly in the sixth position. Wonderful play, man. Because that guy actually, he bossed the midfield on that particular day, man. He was coming deep to collect the ball on the shoulder of his defenders, trying to dictate play for his team. And it actually worked. Actually, he was doing the business, and of course, he was even leaving a man like Declan Rice to venture forward. Is Declan Rice. This is Saliba. It seems like today the roles are a little bit reversed. It's actually Rice who's been tasked rather with building up for actually dictating play from the back. Rather from the actually from the back, receives the ball off the defenders. This is David Raya into Skelly, but of course it's a tactic where they're gonna keep interchanging from time to time. It's picked up by Trossard. This is Rice into Saka. Yeah, Saka was also very impressive on that particular day on Saturday. Even had to be taken off at halftime just a bit to protect him so he doesn't really get any knocks. Picked up by Eze. Eze into Saka, back to Eze. Atletico Madrid happy to play, of course, in their usual defensive shape. It's always 5-4-1. Cause Jimenez just goes and, of course, becomes the... come on, referee. Was that even a foul? That's no foul, man. That was no foul. Yeah, I can clearly see why Griezmann is perplexed because, like, there's nothing wrong there. Eze just fell on his own. Eze honestly just fell on his own. Any Atletico Madrid typical defensive shape is always either 5-3-2 or a 5-4-1. It's very, very typical. I don't know what kind of color jerseys are this. Actually, I like the jersey, man. I like the Atletico Madrid jersey. It looks nice. Yes, it's picked out by Trossard. This is Declan Rice. Rice into the box. Easy for Oblak. So he started to Ruggeri. Ruggeri is forced to go back to Koke. Koke, Lenormand back to Koke. I can clearly see both teams, of course, are playing a very interesting tactic on each other. Whenever the opponent has the ball, they just more or less just drop off because they don't really want to go for it. Because, of course, this is what you call a very interesting semi-final. This is Jimenez. Jimenez in behind. Oh, Alvarez. That was a big chance, bro. Come on, Alvarez. Should have converted that, man. Griezmann plays it in behind towards Jimenez with a wonderful run. Jimenez saw the run of Alvarez. Alvarez coming through, but was unable to direct his shot goalwards. Earlier, okay, after appealing for a penalty, there's no penalty there, surely. It's just a coming together. These things do happen, eh? Not everything is gonna be treated as a penalty. Come on, guys. It's picked up by Skelly into Saka. Of course, Saka is now always the outlet for Arsenal, especially on this right hand side. But of course, I'll be looking at least to Saka to pick up the ball and of course drive at Ruggeri and maybe see whether he can actually get past him. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Just give me a second. Sort this out. Let me just sort this out. It's picked up by Eze. Eze Califiori shot over the bar. I don't know why he's shooting from there. And Trossard was free on the far side. Nice pass from Raya. You know, if you have to assess the entire season, I think I would have to say that Raya has been Arsenal's best player this season. Because if Raya was not there, I don't think Arsenal would have been in the position that they are currently in. Because Raya is the one who has clearly helped them, especially with his passes from the back and, of course, his build-up play. Yes, I would just get on the ball and maybe look to try and spray the balls wide, either to the fullbacks, the wingers, or even the central midfielders who actually look to dictate play. It's back with Raya. I think what I can say is this is actually a it was a very inspiring purchase by Arteta, because remember Raya was actually brought from Brentford on loan. Back then when Arsenal are really struggling with the likes of Ramsdale, they had to play out from the back. But now when Raya was brought, Llorente, yep, followed by Skelly. Yeah, Skelly was, his pocket was robbed by Llorente. Yeah, Llorente is also another very good midfielder. Just gets on with his business, man. He knows how to play the game, man. In fact, both legs against Barcelona, he was very, very good. Very, very good. Kept the ball well. Yes, was getting back to help out his defenders, his teammates at the back. And it's a free kick to Atletico. Let's see what they're gonna do from this. Atletico Madrid. Álvarez is over the free kick. It's a bit far out. Are they gonna work it out wide, or they're just gonna hit it into the box? Nope, they decide to work it. This is Griezmann. Griezmann crossed. Picked up by Calafiori. It's cleared by Calafiori into Llorente. Llorente into Jimenez. Jimenez into Alvarez. Alvarez. Griezmann. Oh, what a block! What a block from Rice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Big chance for Atletico. Ooh. Nice play. Yeah, yeah. Nice move from Atletico, man. Into Griezmann. Griezmann crossed to the box right with a save, but he actually parried into the path of, was it, who was that? It was actually Jimenez, and Jimenez attempted the shot, but it was actually blocked by, was it Skelly or Rice? It was actually Rice, and the ball eventually was able to ricochet off him last, and it's out for a goal kick. Well, so far Atletico have had the better chances. They've had two glorious chances, the Alvarez one, and of course the Jimenez chance that they just had a while back. So can clearly see that maybe today Atletico tactic might actually work for them, but who knows? Let us see whether it's gonna work out, because this is how Atletico play, guys. This is how they play. They ensure that they just play on the counter, especially because, like I said, such a game honestly favors them as well. Because, like I said, no more away goals, so they don't really have to venture forward to get a goal. All they just need to ensure is that they just win on the night. And you could clearly see that's the exact same tactic that they utilized against Barcelona. Barcelona were all over them, but somehow they managed to win it on the night. Picked up by Llorente. Llorente, unable to find, was that Pubil? Yeah, it's a little bit too far for him. So the ball has been, it's actually out for a throw-in to be taken by Calafiori. Excuse me. Yeah, so far Arsenal have had the possession, but Atleti have had the way better chances. Arsenal are yet to create anything. In fact, has Gyökeres even touched the ball? I don't think so. Has he? Has Gyökeres touched the ball? I don't think so. But anyway, still a long way to go, guys. Still a long way to go. I see many of you guys in the poll favoring Atletico, for the victory. This is Pubil. Come on, work it out properly, man. Griezmann, what the heck? It's now with Gabriel, back to Raya. Raya into Saka. Saka's a lucky boy, man. Played it back to Raya. Okay. Hi. Raya, man. You guys are playing a dangerous game, man. Make sure you keep the ball well, It's back to Gabriel from Raya. It's now with the Trossard. Arsenal just trying to play through the Atleti press. Yes, cleared by Raya. Yes. At least they're able to go long, but unable to find their man there. So it's out for a throw-in for Arsenal. Yeah, Atletico did look a little bit. Why is it a drop ball? Oh, because of okay, it's fine. It's fine. So this picked up by Skelly. This is Eze. Saliba back to Rice. Where is Skelly? Okay, Skelly is there. Picked up by Calafiori. Back to Eze. This is Declan Rice. Declan Rice into Saka. Saka gives it away. Picked up by Koke. Koke is fouled by White. It's gonna be a free kick. Come on, that looked like a fair challenge by White on Koke. It's picked up by Trossard. Trossard looking for Gyökeres on the overlap. Gyökeres versus Lenormand. Gyökeres able to force a corner of Lenormand. And of course, gets a huge roar and cheer from the Arsenal fans because they live for this. Remember in the first game at the Emirates in the league phase, where in which Arsenal ran out 4-0 winners, Atletico had actually pushed them all the way, but the second half, Atleti just lost their way. Arsenal managed to get 2 goals off a set piece, and just like that, the game completely changed. Atletico are unable to get back into the game. So, I don't know whether there's going to be more of the same today, but we will see. We will see. We will see. Yeah, Atletico also a very physical side, also very good from set pieces. But hey, let's see what they're gonna do from here. Other with this set piece to be taken by Declan Rice. Man like Declan Rice. Declan Rice. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, taking a long time there. Okay, Rice into the box, into Saka, the back post. Saka, you should be doing better, man. Come on, Saka, bro. Come on, Saka. That was actually a free run, man. Come on. Only if should have tried and control the ball, man. You had all the time, man. Had all the time, man. Just control the ball. But Saka was trying to take it early, but more or less just scuffed the shot. And it's been restarted by Oblak. Oblak choosing to go long, looking for Lookman, headed by Saliba, picked up by White, picked up by Saka. Saka, Skelly, Gabriel, Saliba. This is White. This is Kelly. This is Declan Rice. This is Saka. Yeah, took 2 to stop him. It's now back with Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Califiori, back to Trossard. It's now with Skelly. Where's Rice? Rice is so much on this right-hand side. You see how they're building up. Whenever they do build up, actually, Skelly moves over to the left-hand side while Rice occupies this right-hand side, while either Joe more or less just tries drops in the pocket. This is a Saka in behind. It's cleared by White. It's picked up by Skelly. Gabriel, shot. It's wide. Good attack though from Arsenal, yeah? Can clearly see here, Saka is the outlet. Saka is the outlet. Wonderful run by Saka in behind Ruggeri. Ruggeri did not know where Saka was. To the box, it was actually cleared by, was that Griezmann? Yeah, Griezmann, the clearance. Ball falls to Gabriel. Gabriel with a long shot. Just dragged it a bit wide. But I think All Black had it covered. All Black had it covered. Yeah, Arteta hoping to get into his first ever Champions League final as a player and also as a manager. His pocket is picked. It's picked up by his Koke. This is Lookman. Lookman unable to control the ball. Loses out. It's picked up by Ruggeri. Ruggeri back to Hanko. Hanko into Koke. Back to Oblak. Hanko. Hanko into Koke. Nice pass into Ruggeri. Ruggeri advancing for Atleti. What the heck is he doing? Come on, just keep the ball, bro. He had all the space. It's picked up by Jimenez, Lorente. Ubil back to it's mosquitoes, man. Hanko, Koke. Yeah, when Atletico Madrid do build up, can clearly see that Koke is the one who's tasked with building up from the back, while Llorente is more or less tasked with going forward and trying to advance the play. Yeah, foul on Álvarez by Rice. It's picked up by Hanko. Lenormand, this is Pubil. Pubil trying to get away from Trossard. Pubil, this is Ruggeri. This is Lukman. Lukman, this is Álvarez. Álvarez. Come on. What the heck are you doing, Álvarez, honestly? Looked promising from Atletico, man, then just gave away the ball like that. It's picked up by Gyökeres. It's now with Eze. Eze into Gyökeres. This looks promising for Arsenal. Gyökeres. Saka got in his way. And of course, Gyökeres fouling was that Hanko? Yeah, actually it was Koke. Yeah, Koke, man, this ever-present midfielder for player for Atletico, man. This guy has been at Atletico for so many years now. I think throughout Simeone's tenure at Atletico, this guy has always been there. Yeah, Saka was just getting in the way of Gyökeres. I don't know why he did that, but thought maybe I'd try to maybe grind into space and maybe offer the passing option to Gyökeres. In the All Black, restarts play, into it upfield. It's picked up by Lukman. Lukman trying to get away from Ben White. This Lukman fella, honestly. Just overrun the ball, man. He's playing like Madueke. I don't know what's wrong with him today. Don't know what's wrong with him today, man. And he's clearly a huge outlet for Atletico as well, eh? And yes, ball is with Raya. Raya, man, what the heck was that? Just hitting it through midfield like that to no one in particular. I think maybe he was looking for Gyökeres. Lenormand back to Hanko. Hanko switches the flanks. Intercepted by Calafiori. Picked up by Rice. Rice being tracked by Griezmann. Rice gets away from Griezmann. Rice blocked by Llorente. It's out for a corner. Rice trying to fire up the crowd and get them on their side and more or less give his team a bit of lift. But anyway, it was a nice run from Rice. Yes, Llorente got back and managed to concede the corner. So it's going to be corner to Arsenal. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal. I think it's their second corner of the game. Let's see how they're going to work it out now. Because it's Rice who's going to take the corner. Taken shot into Eze. Rice. This is now Saka into Rice. Rice is Eze. Eze into Skelly. Skelly! Across the face of goal, man. Nice idea, though. Saliba. Come on, Saliba. Too long. Nice attack, though, from Arsenal. Nice run from Skelly as well. Was able to occupy the pocket. Managed to get away from Álvarez with ease. Then just deliver that ball across the 6-yard box. There was nobody there, man. But nice idea, though. Nice idea from Skelly, yeah. Wasn't really a bad pass. Because that's the area that you're hoping that he's gonna put the ball into. Because you more or less maybe expect somebody to be rushing in and maybe just tucking that ball into an unguarded net. It's cleared by Pubil. It's picked up by Lukman. Yep. Okay. Lukman, man. Hey, this Lukman fella, honestly. Yeah, today it's like his game is nowhere near the level that it's supposed to be, or that he's been at ever since he went to Atletico Madrid. He's had a poor start to the game so far, Lukman. Anyway, of course, unable to combine with the All Black. Ball just goes long to him and he comes short and he just goes over his head. Wow. It's Lukman fella, man. Skelly, this is Declan Rice. It's now with Eze. Oh, wow. 26 minutes have gone by. Didn't even notice. Game has actually gone by so fast. Eze. Ah, come on, referee. Was that even a foul? Don't think he was. Sometimes these players are just milking it, man. They're just going to ground easily because they know the referee is going to give them the benefit of doubt. And he's picked up by Gyökeres, unable to combine with Rice. Koke into Jimenez on the far side. Jimenez into Griezmann. Griezmann into Lukman. Let us see what he can do. This is Ruggeri. Back to Lukman. This is Griezmann. Lukman. It's now with the Hanko. Lenormand. It's picked up by Lorente. Lorente tries to give and go with the Jimenez. It's now picked up by Jimenez again. Jimenez fighting it out with Calafiori. Of course, Calafiori goes down. No, he's just milking it, man. These guys know how to look for fouls, man. Hey, nowadays, man, guys are smart. Always giving the referee a decision to make. Because Calafiori just went down on his own accord, clearly. Just went. Yeah, because he had lost control of the ball and saw that the ball was actually going out of play. So what do I need to do? I just need to throw myself to the ground, man, and I will be... And the referee is going to give me the benefit of doubt. Anyway, it's fine. It's part of the game nowadays. It is all part of the game. Raya restarts the play. Kicks it long, looking for Gyökeres. Yeah, so Jimenez lets the ball go out of play. And so far, it's been a balanced game. Can't really say either team has been on top. Atletico Madrid have had slightly better chances. Arsenal, of course, have kept possession, and it's expected because they are playing at home. Ubil looking for Lorente. Lorente leaves Calafiori on his heels. Lorente into the box. Too high for Lukman. It's going to be recycled by Alvarez. Yeah, this guy was also a doubt for this game. He had actually gone off injured in the first leg. There are actually doubts that he might be unavailable for this game, but at least he recovered in time. Was actually just rested over the weekend. And actually, these two teams have got identical records, completely identical records in the past 5 games. Both had 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss in their previous 5 games. It's picked up by Lukman, Ruggeri, Lukman, picked up by Koke. Where's Lorente? Lorente, why are you abandoning your... Lukman, don't lose the ball, man. You're a lucky boy. Yeah, quick feed from Lukman, able to keep the ball away from Rice. Oblak into Koke. Nice pass to play through the press. This is Alvarez. This is Pubil. Griezmann. Lorente. Nice Lorente. Blocked by Gabriel. But I was offside, man. Lorente was in an offside position. Nice move from Atletico, man. They're able to bypass rather that Arsenal press. Come on, Griezmann. You had the space to actually just fashion a chance for yourself on your left foot. I don't know why I didn't do that, man. Unlucky. Wonderful move from Atleti, man. Wonderful move. Yep, Lorente, of course, you can see the gesture. Just slightly offside, man. Yeah, he's a good player, I told you. Lorente is a good midfielder. He's a good midfielder. He's a good box-to-box midfielder. Raya restarts play, goes long, looking for Trossard, headed by Pubil, Califiori, cleared by Lenormand, picked up by Califiori, Skelly. His pocket was almost picked, but at least he's played it back to Gabriel. This is Saliba, back to Ben White, back to Saliba. This is Skelly, Skelly back to Raya. Anyway, but at least I like the way Skelly and Rice are interchanging back there, because you can clearly see both of them are taking turns to create and, of course, try and dictate play for their team. So it's actually a good thing. Gyökeres appealing for a foul, but nope. Referee says, you know what, there was no foul, man. Get up. Get on with it. It's picked up by Koke to Hanko. Back to All Black. All Black chooses to go long. Easy takedown by Calafiori. Honestly, I expected Nkapie to start, but of course, the threat of Calafiori is way bigger for Arsenal than Nkapie is. It's picked up by Saka. Calafiori. His pocket is picked. He started other recycle to Skelly into Saliba. Yeah, nowadays, especially in the Premier League, what you get is fullbacks attacking inside, inverting, and of course, wingers holding the width, trying to create overloads on that side where actually can get past their man, which is actually a good thing, because if you have very good one-on-one wingers getting the ball, actually isolating the fullback on that far side, Califiori, Gabriel, easy catch for Oblak. They are trying to isolate the wingers, the fullbacks rather, is part of the game nowadays, where they just ensure that if the winger is able to get past the defender, his marker, then he has a lot of options when he's running towards the final third, because that would mean that you have another option in a fullback who can actually get on the ball, also have the rushing midfielders, also have the wing on the far side, also have the midfielders crashing the box. So you clearly see that nowadays teams want to play, because you're just relying on the one-on-one ability of the winger to get past his man. Trossard should have crossed it. Trossard. And he's able to recycle it to Gabriel. It's picked up by Trossard. Trossard diving all over the place, man. Referee, if guys are diving there, why don't you give them yellow cards, man? Is a Declan Rice blocked. It's out for a corner. It's out for a corner. Yeah, referee is flagging away every kind of appeal. Come on. Referee, if these guys are diving, why don't you give them yellow cards? Give them something to think about. Let them know that, you know what, if you keep diving, you're not going to get away with it. You're going to pick up a yellow card. And of course, you have to, of course, play a more disciplined game from there on. There's no penalty. Come on. Have you heard even reviewing it? Come on. Or they? Okay, it hit Hanko on the chest. So clearly, no penalty. Anyway, it's out for a corner to be taken by Saka from this right-hand side. A lot of pushing and shoving in the box. Players just trying to juggle for positions. Picked up by Eze. This is Saka. Rice clears, blocked by Lorente. Yeah, clearly Arsenal are trying that set piece routine that worked out very nicely for them against Newcastle a couple of weeks back. We just take a short corner, get a 2v1. What's going on? Seems like a Gyökeres and Lenormand are having a you call it a scuffle or what? But of course, it's only going to be expected because as a defender, you have to get on the back of the striker, man. Just try and offset his game completely. Can't just let him have a clear run at goal. Can't just let him have a free run out there. And it's now with Saliba. Back to White. It's now with Raya. Raya going along looking for Saka. Cleared by Ruggeri. Picked up by White. This is Eze. Eze. The heck is he doing? Koke. Yeah, it was fouled by Calafiori. That's going to be a free kick. This is. Yeah, Eze's path to goal was blocked. Koke picks up the ball. Ouch. He was actually clipped by Calafiori. Yeah. Good spot from the referee. What? No. Atletico are trying to steal a few yards of that free kick. Come on. They already gave the ball away. Wow. The heck, man. What the heck, man. Anyway, so far so good for either team. So far so good. The game has pretty much settled into the pattern we expected, where Atletico, of course, are going to play on the counter, while Arsenal have all the possession, trying to force the issue because they are the home team. Trossard trying to get away from Jimenez. Cuts inside into Saliba. The thing I like about Arsenal is that the way Arteta has actually drilled them, they look very resolute in defense. They never look shaky as if they are going to concede. I've never seen a game where Arsenal have looked shaky, like their defense is all over the place. They look very well drilled in defense. Given away by Lookman into Trossard. Yes, into Gyökeres. Gyökeres. Path is blocked by Griezmann. Gyökeres. It's a goal kick. Yeah, that's a goal kick, bro. That's a goal kick. Yeah, Gyökeres did not get any support, man. I don't know why Trossard or Calafiori is not rushing towards him to maybe offer the passing option. Yeah, ball was off Gyökeres last. Clearly, that's a goal kick. There's one positive thing that I'm going to say about Arteta is that he has made this Arsenal team quite difficult to beat, especially in defense. Because all season I don't remember any game in which Arsenal were heavily exposed in defense. No, they always look composed and quite comfortable at the back. Of course, having good defenders like Saliba and Gabriel helps. Picked up by Jimenez rather, Koke using to go long, but it's too high, rather too long for Jimenez. Not Jimenez, rather Lorente. Picked up by Rice. Into Calafiori. Yeah, Calafiori clearly playing that inverted role very nicely. Of course, it's what we call a box midfield. Just trying to create an overload in midfield while you stretch the play. But sometimes you might come at the of course, now when you play that system, you have to ensure that your midfielders and your center backs are very good on the ball. Because if you are to lose it back there, you're just maybe gonna get a 1v1. Because your who are they called? Their center backs are completely out wide, and of course creating space for your midfielders. So sometimes it might work, other times it might not work. But I think I like about today, especially for Arteta, is that he has kept the same team because this team was able to play remarkably well against Fulham on the weekend. Especially Skelly played that role very nicely. So of course, if you do play well, you merit a chance starting other starting position in the team. It's actually good because that is what you do. You never change a winning side because if they maybe would have gone back to Zubamendi, maybe they would not have had the match control that they have in the game. Alvarez with Califiori. The heck was that? It was actually offside. Califiori just pushed Jimenez. Oh, okay. Interesting. I think it was offside, man. It's picked up by Skelly. It's like in periods when I was not doing the build-up, maybe in like 5-10 minute intervals, you can clearly see that they give Skelly the chance to build from the back. Then they swap it to other. Now they swap at that particular interval, maybe to Rice. It's actually a good thing. This you're giving them a chance to get on the ball. Crossed by Trossard, cleared by Lenormand. This is a lucky boy, man. Saliba did well to put off Alvarez. It's picked up by Skelly. It's now with Eze. Eze into Skelly, back to Eze. It's now with Saliba. Skelly, Eze. This is Gabriel. Eze. This is Ben White. This is Saka. Saka. Yeah, 2 for comfort. Has to play it back to Gabriel. Gabriel, this is Saliba. This is Ben White. Saka. Almost dispossessed. It's picked up by Gabriel. It's a bit too long, but just gonna recycle it properly. Atletico Madrid able to at least get out now. This half has actually gone by quite fast. It's actually a good thing because we didn't want a cagey affair where it's just attack versus defense. Gyökeres in behind. Gyökeres into Trossard. Trossard shot blocked. Saka goal. Mistake from Oblak, man. He parried that ball straight into the path of Saka, and Saka just rifled that ball past the goalkeeper into the back of the net. 1-0 to Arsenal. What a huge advantage, man. Scoring right before halftime. Now, of course, it's going to force Atletico to come out and play. Oblak, man. What happened to Oblak? He used to be a very good goalkeeper, man. What happened to him? What honestly happened to him, man? In the initial chance, he was actually rushing out. And I don't know what he was doing because the defender had it covered. But now he created, actually made himself in a put himself in a very terrible situation. And then Trossard with a shot that was saved by Oblak. But the save was very poor. Just parried into the path of Saka. And Saka was just able to put the ball into the back of the net. Easiest goal that you'll ever score, man. That's a poor save from All Black. Poor save from All Black. He's clearly cost his team out there. He has cost his team because conceding right on the stroke of halftime, it's very bad. It's very bad because that's a huge psychological boost for Arsenal. And you're only gonna have 1 minute of added time. So it's gonna force Atletico now to maybe abandon their game where they, of course, actually in the first leg, this is exactly what happened. Arsenal scored right before halftime. Atletico came back strongly in the second half, got the equalizer. That is how the game ended. So it's pretty much the game has taken the pattern that it had in the first leg. Anyway, referee blows for halftime. Referee blows for halftime. So Atletico will have it all to do in the second half. Of course, now they have to come out and play. Well, I can't really say that they have been like dominated. Not really. But the game has been, they actually have had the better chances, just that unfortunately they were unable to convert them. As far as the stats are concerned, yeah, big chances, one for Arsenal. Actually, the Atletico are not really big chances, just that they were okay. Let's just say maybe with better finishing, they would have converted some of those chances, especially the Jimenez chance, also the Alvarez chance. Should maybe converted those chances. In fact, I never looked at both benches. I don't know who's on the bench for both teams. For Arsenal, Kepa, Setford, Mosquera, Hincapie, Nogard, Odegaard, Zubi Doo, Dauman, Jesus, Martinelli, Havertz, Madueke. Oh, Havertz is back. Oh, Havertz is back. Nice. For Atletico, Muso, Lengle, Bona, Jimenez, Diaz, Molina, Baena, Cardozo, Vargas, Mendoza, Almeida, and of course Solos. Oh, Solos is also back. He's also unavailable over the weekend because of an injury, but it's good to have him back. It's good to have him back. So anyway, I can't really say Arsenal have been dominant from start to finish, because in the game against Fulham could clearly see that Arsenal are bossing it, and they actually pegged Fulham back for large periods of that game. In fact, the game was already over by halftime. But of course, you know how Atletico play. Atletico, of course, they are just gonna keep the ball nicely. Well, not keep the ball, but defend nicely, defend in that 5-4-1 shape or 5-3-2, and of course, just looking to play on the counter. But anyway, both teams have got good shape, especially there's good shape from both teams, especially whether for Arsenal, especially in build up, because they're able to at least, because like I highlighted earlier, interchange. Skelly for some period in the game is the one who now creates from the back. Then they switch it to Declan Rice, and so on and so forth. So clearly, to me, it's actually a good tactic because at least it ensures that all midfielders now become comfortable on the ball. Because if you look at other teams just rely on one player to create from the back, especially in midfield. And sometimes that might not really work, because now if that player is man marked or taken out of the game, what are you gonna do? The best example is Newcastle. Whenever Bruno G is unavailable for Newcastle, you clearly see how much they struggle. But when he's back, they start to win games. And it's not a coincidence that now they've started winning games when Bruno G is back in the team. Because before he was, when he was unavailable, they had actually tasked that responsibility to not Califiori, Tonali. And Tonali was not really doing it, because Tonali is not really a player who likes to dictate play. He's more of what? Box to box? Can you call him box to box or what? Because he's not a player maker. He's not a deep lying playmaker as well. I think you more or less can call him a box to box. People will like to run between the channels and all that. So, but anyway, but for us, at least for today, you can clearly see Skelly very comfortable on the ball. And actually, if you actually consider it, then this might actually be a good effective tactic for Arsenal going forward. Rather than play Zubamendi out there, they can maybe just play Skelly. I don't know why they used to play Skelly at left back. Clearly, Skelly struggles at left back. It is not his natural position. Every game that he's been put at left back this season, he has struggled. Honestly, he has struggled. But at least he's finding his feet, especially in the past 2 games, especially when he came back into the team. Because Zubamendi, I think Imol, you can say that maybe Arteta stumbled onto this because Zubamendi was the one who was always being paired with Rice, but because Zubamendi is the one who played in the first leg, so Skelly was brought into the team maybe just to rest Zubamendi, and clearly Arteta saw that it actually worked for Arsenal, especially against Fulham, because Skelly was getting on the ball. It's actually weird that a couple of weeks back, these guys had actually been put on the transfer list that they were gonna be sold because Skelly, likes of Skelly and Waneri were now being hotly tipped to leave Arsenal in the summer, which to me is like, okay, what the heck are you doing? Why are you losing your one of your promising, two promising youngsters out there? Just keep them in the team, man. Because sometimes you may realize that maybe the quality of an Odegaard or Eze might drop at some point. So you might need those two. You might need Skelly and also Waneri, because Waneri is the one who used to play mostly as a 10, also maybe as an inside forward, Saka's position, but he's more of a 10. Yeah, clearly you can see he wants to get on the ball on the half turn and maybe drive at the defense. Anyway. Anyway, for Atletico, do they really have anything to play for? This is their last piece of silverware, or their last chance of silverware this season. So I don't know how it's gonna go for them, but we will see. Cause are they through to the no? Are they through to the final of the? Let me check their fixtures. Atleti fixtures. Oh yeah, yeah. Only they only have the league games to play for because oh yeah, I remember, yeah, they had lost the Copa del Rey final to Real Sociedad. They had lost that Copa del Rey final to Sociedad. So Atletico, yes, in Simeone's last season, will be hoping to go out on a high, but they have it all to do in the second half. Have a huge mountain to climb in the second half because they have to come out and play now. They have to come out and play, and of course, get this Arsenal team on the back foot, which is of what we expect, especially in the second half. I do expect them to come out and play like they did in the first leg, because said earlier exactly this is what happened in the first leg. Arsenal scored right on the stroke of half time. And then, of course, Alvarez needed an equalizer 10 minutes into the second half. So it's pretty much followed the same pattern of the first leg. So let's see how Atletico are going to respond, because I think now they are going to go for it. You can clearly see the intensity is going to go up, because in that second half performance, especially the first 15-20 minutes of that second half, the first leg, they had the intensity and eventually they got their goal. They clearly pegged Arsenal back, they pushed them back, and eventually they got their goal. So maybe we expect the same to happen in this game. We do expect the same to happen. That's all for me. I think my prediction was, I think this I don't know, maybe the game is gonna go into extra time or penalties. Unless Arsenal scores, because if Arsenal score a second goal, then it will be over. I don't think Atletico will be able to get back and equalize. But if Atletico were to equalize and be level on aggregate, then I think maybe they're just gonna cancel each other out. Unless maybe Atletico begin to tire uh towards the latter stages of the second half. Because I don't know, I don't know. I was getting that thought that maybe this game might go to penalties. I don't know. Maybe, but we will see. We will see whether they were gonna go into penalties. Yeah, so also remember, guys, that tomorrow we're gonna have the other interesting double header. Of course, it's actually way better than this one because in that first leg we witnessed a Champions League classic. It was a Champions League classic for the ages, man. In fact, nobody had picked out that scoreline. We only maybe expected maybe a very close game, maybe a 3-2 or maybe a 2-1 to either team, but nobody had predicted a 5-4. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen in the second leg, of course, tomorrow. That's a game that you're gonna cover as well. Let's hope that maybe it's gonna follow the same pattern of the first leg. And for me, if you had to ask me, I'd say whoever wins that game tomorrow is the one who's gonna win the Champions League. Because I don't think Arsenal or Atletico are gonna win it. I just think the other teams are a bit stronger in attack. Yes, these two teams, of course, are way good, way better in defense. But I do think that in a final, especially whether it's against a PSG or a Bayern, those two teams love to play the ball on the ground, and they might actually expose these two, either one of these two teams, if they make it to the final. Of course, one of them is gonna make it. Because those two teams know how to keep the ball on the ground, man, especially PSG. For me, my money is on PSG. I do fancy PSG to get to the final. And I don't know how they are going to play it, but I think maybe they are going to be too strong for anybody that they meet in the final. But let me check. When is that final? When is UCL Final 2026? I think it has to be the last day, well, last weekend of May. Yeah, 30th of May. Yes, 30th of May. It's going to be played at the Puskás Arena in Budapest, Hungary. Budapest in Hungary. Yeah, so 30th of May. So, because if I'm to look at tomorrow's predicted lineup, Hakimi is going to be unavailable because he picked up a hamstring injury. So, but they say he's gonna be back in a few weeks. I don't know when exactly, but eventually he's gonna be back. Cause I do think that PSG will offer a much bigger threat to maybe either Atletico or Arsenal in the final. Because for Bayern, yes, Bayern are a good team, but the thing that I fear about Bayern is that the way they play, yes, of course, their wingers are very good, but the likes of Diaz is not very clinical, and sometimes in a final you might actually just be getting one or two chances, and you need them. You need your winger to convert the chances. So, and of course, Bayern, especially in many games this season, they have not really been creating a lot of chances. But a team like PSG creates a lot of chances because of the way they play, because of the very very fluid and fluid front line, and of course a very techy midfield of Vitinha, Neves, or Zaire Emery, or even Fabian Ruiz. So that midfield is very very mobile, very very mobile. They like to dictate play. They know how to bypass a press, and of course honestly know how to press from the front, especially when they are on the defensive. Could clearly see the way they dispatch Liverpool in both legs, man. So with ease, so easily, man. A game in which last season was a bit more difficult for them, but this time around they managed to take them out easily. So that's all for me. I do fancy PSG to go through. I do fancy PSG. But anyway, we will see. We will see what's going to happen tomorrow. We will see what is going to happen tomorrow. Because for Bayern don't really have any huge injury misses. Maybe except Gnabry, who's out for the season. But other than that, the rest of the team is available. Yeah. But anyway, we will see. Of course, we're going to discuss that tomorrow as the game unfolds. Anyway, we're almost back underway for the second half. Both teams have made their way onto the pitch. Just about ready to start this second half. Can clearly see Simeone looks like a very worried fella out there. I don't know whether he's disturbed or what, but he looks deep in thought. You're just staring down at the ground, man. Like, what's going to happen here? This is my last chance to win a trophy with Atletico Madrid. Let's hope my haram football is going to get us there. Yeah. Sometimes you have to banter these managers, man, because somebody like Simeone can't really say that he's a world beater. I don't honestly consider him a world-class coach. He's far from it because his tactics are always so anti-football, man. How he manages to win leagues in La Liga. Anyway, he has managed to win 2 leagues in La Liga, and I think in 2021 or was it, and also in 2014. But back then in 2014, he had a very good team, team that had the likes of Diego Costa. Who else did they have? They had Diego Costa. They had the likes of Ada Turan. Let me check out his team of 2014. The team that actually won the league at Barca. They played Barca on the final day, the new camp. I remember that game. Alexis Sanchez had put Barca into the lead, but somehow Atletico came back and drew the game. Atletico just needed a draw to win the league, and they got the draw. And eventually they won it. So I'm not saying he's a bad coach, but it's just that since then it's like I don't know. He became more and more cagey with his tactics, and as a result, did not really win much after that. But of course, you're in a league that is dominated by Barcelona and Real, so of course it's gonna be difficult, man. Saka restarts play. Second half is back underway. Raya goes long. Jimenez lets the ball run out of play. Go out of play. Let me check. Simeone. Because you can clearly see if I'm looking at his win percentage right now, whether in 20, Atletico almost gave away the ball there. It's picked up by Alvarez. Alvarez looking for Lukman. Was that Ruggeri? Nice pass into Ruggeri. Ruggeri into Lukman. Lukman into Alvarez. Alvarez. Pubil. Cleared by White. Lenormand versus Gyökeres. Come on. Gyökeres just threw himself to the ground, man. Wow, referee. So if I'm looking at Simeone's record, clearly see that his record has been going down, win percentage over the season, over the year that been at Atletico. Clearly. Oh, was there any foul on Gyökeres? No foul. He just threw himself to the ground. See, clearly. So, anyway, 61% win percentage in 2012, 2013, 13-14 when they won the league, 74%. See why they won the league. Then, of course, 2014, 2015, 61, 2015, 16, 74, 2016, 17, 61, then 61 again the next season, and then 58 in 1920. Actually, in 1819, 1920, 47, then 2021, 68. So you can clearly see, like I said, yes, my prediction was spot on. Yes, he was way more attacking in his first 4 years at the club, where his win percentage was above, actually the first 5 seasons, where his win percentage was above 60. But ever since, his win percentage went down. Califiori, you just let the guy go past you like that, surely. It's cleared by Ben White. Yeah, I told you, game is of course gonna follow the same pattern of the first leg, where Atletico, of course, they're trying to assert themselves now, trying to go for the equalizer. Of course, it's expected because you don't expect Arsenal to go on the front foot and score a second right now, because You might do that, and then you, of course, you concede, because right now you also have to do what you call game management. Game management. This is Hanko. This is Lenormand. Lenormand into Griezmann. Griezmann, poor pass. Picked up by Declan Rice. Griezmann, man, you may have wasted your team, man. Lorente. Ball on Trossard, man. So you can clearly see for Simeone, the first 5 seasons is when he was playing the more or less the attacking football. After that, attacking football deserted him. In fact, in the first 4 seasons, he managed a win percentage of 74% twice. So clearly, he's not doing the dark arts back then. But I don't know what made him switch to the dark arts. Because in 2014, when he won, he was not doing the dark arts, man. He's actually going on the front foot, man. Oh yeah, the likes of Diego Godin. Who else did they have? Oh yeah, way back then when Courtois was in goal. Yeah, they also had Courtois in goal, yeah. Because Courtois was actually on loan from Chelsea. This is Ben White into the box. It's picked up by Jimenez. Griezmann hoofs the ball clear. I don't know why he's hoofing it clear. Saliba just kicks it straight out of play. Come on. There's nothing in there for Gabriel, man. Just lost his footing. Koke restarts play. This is Hanko. Hanko into Ruggeri. Yeah, Atletico have to up the tempo now. They honestly have to. If they don't up the tempo, then I don't think they have the players to actually break down this low block Arsenal defense. Which, of course, as the game progresses, Arsenal maybe just gonna switch to playing counter-attacking football, which also suits Arsenal. Suits them highly. Because of course they have the likes of Saka out there, Trossard who can actually break, and also runners from midfield, likes of Eze and also Declan Rice. So Atletico will have to push the tempo now. Clearly have to push the tempo. Oh, mistake at the back! Mistake, but yeah. It's a big chance for Atleti, man. Jimenez. What the hell are you doing, man? Wonderful defensive challenge from Gabriel. Let's see what happened there. Nice run from Jimenez off the shoulder of Califio. Califio just let him run. Saliba. Okay, what is he appealing for, honestly? What is he appealing for there? Oh, that looked like a corner. Actually, a goal kick. Because it looked like the ball was off Jimenez last. I don't know why he's appealing for a penalty. No, that should actually be a goal kick. It was off Jimenez last, honestly. Anyway, it's a corner into the box, punched away by Raya. Into Hanko. What the heck is he doing, man? So that's Poop Bill, man. When you start to see players shooting from there, my friend, you know that it's peak. Yeah, the earlier Saka goal. Anyway, that's nice movement from Saka, man. Just rushing into the box, ensuring that at least taking a chance. Because the keeper might parry the ball, And then, of course, if the ball is parried, it falls to you. Just slot that ball into the back of the net. The game has pretty much taken the shape that we expected, because Atletico had to come out and more or less try and exact themselves, rather assert themselves in this second half. But I don't know whether it's gonna really be now. Yeah, so far, other than that chance, haven't really created anything else. I don't know why Jimenez was trying to attempt the strike on his right foot. Come on, just use your left foot, man. This is Lorente. Nice pass by Lorente into Griezmann. Griezmann into Lookman. Nice tackle by White. It's picked up by Llorente. Llorente, man. Just give the ball away to Trossard, man. It's cleared by Gabriel. No foul on Gyökeres. It's now with Koke. Yeah, Arsenal just happy to defend now, eh? It's now with Lukman. Ruggeri, back to Koke. This is Griezmann. Griezmann. Lenormand. Lomand. Pubil. Lenormand. This is Hanko. Ruggeri. Nice pass to him. Take it down into Griezmann. Griezmann, man. Gives it away, man. Arsenal now on the counter. Rice. This is Gyökeres. Blocked by Llorente. It's now with Griezmann. The game had actually become stretched, eh? Come on, Griezmann. Why are you slowing the game down, man? It's Griezmann, fella. Sometimes try and force the issue, bro. You have the counter-attacking options there. Just play it to Lukman and... Okay, this is Pubil. Pubil into the box. It's picked up easily by Skelly. Now with Trossard. Calafiori. Give and go. Nice. It's now with Trossard. Into Calafiori. Calafiori plays Gyökeres in behind. Gyökeres. Calafiori into the box. Calafiori. Come on, bro. Should be doing a whole lot better, man. Picked up by Alvarez. Yeah, game is starting to become a little bit stretched now for both teams. I don't know where Trossard was, eh? Calafiori should not have been the one getting on the end of such a chance. You want those chances to fall to your midfielders. Sometimes now that is now the negative effects of inverting your fullbacks, because your fullbacks are going to be in such positions and you need them to be very, very good, especially on the ball, to create that chance. Jimenez, Griezmann, saved by Raya. Oh, Griezmann again. Oh, what happened there? Okay, what really happened there, man? So the shot by Griezmann was parried by Raya. Pubil. Okay, what's wrong there? They say that Gabriel was kicked. How now? I thought he was the one doing the kicking. What is the referee doing? That potential penalty check. Okay. It looked like a penalty. Because it looked like Griezmann's left leg was clipped, eh? Solot has come on. Solot and Molina have come on. Who's been taken off? Who's been taken off, man? Atletico have made 3 changes. Lukman, Simeone, and Lenormand taken off. Cardoso, Solot, and Molina on. Wow. Atletico, man, going for it now. Arsenal also making the changes. Calafiori being taken off to be replaced by Hincapie. I don't know why. I don't know why they're making the changes now. Is he up? Calafiori is okay. So maybe with Arteta has noticed that he is a bit leggy. Is also being taken off to be replaced by who? Odegaard. So Odegaard is coming on. Why? Why is Odegaard coming on? Saka has also been taken off. Why? Okay, what the heck is Arteta doing, honestly? Why are you taking off all your guys, man? Madueke is also coming on. Ish. Why are you taking them off? Why are you taking the likes of Saka? Is Saka injured or what? Does he think the game is won? It's not even close, man, to being won. Okay, interesting, man. Honestly, didn't expect that. Anyway, for Atletico Madrid, Johnny Cardozo comes on to replace Simeone. So Lookman has been replaced by Molina. Or Lookman has been replaced by Soloth. So Soloth has come on to replace Molina. Sorry, not Molina. Lookman. Yeah, Lookman needed to be taken off. Clearly today, Lookman is just a passenger. So that means that Alvarez, actually Griezmann is going to play on that side. Griezmann is now going to play on the left. Was it Molina? Is it Alvarez? Actually, it's Alvarez. Is Madueke. Honestly, I don't know why those changes have been made by Arteta. Odegaard over the bar. Yeah, Arteta seems to love Odegaard, man. So Molina has also come on to replace Simeone. Cardozo. Let me just make those changes, Laurent. Yeah, Jimenez was one who was taken off to replace number 5, Cardozo. And then, of course, was the last guy who was taken off. Was Lenormand to be replaced by Molina. So I'm here to see how Atletico now shape is gonna be. Oh, yeah, Gyökeres actually elbowed. Griezmann picks up the ball. Griezmann tries to find Solo. It's cleared by Saliba. This is Lorente. This is Koke. This is Molina on the right. So Molina is going to play there. So of course, Pubil is the one who's going to play as the center back. So Pubil is going to play as the center back. Molina is the one who's going to play on the right. It's picked up by Koke. Cardozo back to Lorente. So Lorente is going to play on the right. Headed away by Saliba to Cardozo. This is Trossard. Gyökeres trying to get away from Pubil. He's appealing for a foul. There was no foul in there, bro. No foul, man. Come on, bro. Come on, come on. We saw it from here. There was no foul in there. Any very interesting changes from Arteta. I don't know why he had to take off Saka. Honestly, I don't know why he took off Saka. Bring on Madueke. Maybe he thinks that Madueke is gonna be offer a better alternative, man. Given away, picked up by Alvarez. Needs Ruggeri. Needs Cardozo. Back to Alvarez. Alvarez into Cardozo. Cardozo into Lorente. Lorente. Give and go with Molina. Lorente. Tackled by Rice. It's cleared by Trossard. Yeah, Atletico just need one gilted chance, man. They just need one chance now. Can clearly see Simeone is throwing in the kitchen sink now, huh? Throwing in the kitchen sink. It's bringing on everybody now. About to bring on, what's the name of this guy? What's his name? I keep forgetting his name. Oh yeah, Baena. Yeah, I want to bring on Baena. I don't know for who. Anyway, at least those are good responses from Simeone. You don't let the game go on because clearly Lukman was having a very poor game. In fact, maybe they should have just left him on the team bus. Anyway. And it's a free kick to Atletico to be taken by Griezmann. Griezmann into the box. Cleared by Rice. It's now with Koke. This is more Alvarez. Oh, sorry, that's Cardozo. Lorente. Back to Molina. Molina back to Koke. Koke. This is Molina. Kubil. Nice pass into Alvarez. Alvarez into the box. Easy catch for Raya. Too close to him, man. Yeah, now that they have solos out there, it means that they have a significant aerial threat. It's picked up by Odegaard. Incapie into Trossard. Yes, game of course is going to become stretched now. As Atletico try to go for it, and Arsenal also trying to either maybe get a second goal or just see out this tie and hopefully make it into the final. This is Ben White. I don't know what these Atletico players are doing. They're just looking at the Arsenal players, man. You're not going to get the ball by just looking at them, man. You need to go out there and create. Nice run by Incapie. Incapie into the box. Gyökeres! Oh! Huge chance! Gyökeres! I thought he'd scored, man. I thought he'd scored. I thought he scored, man. Yeah. Wonderful move from Arsenal. Even better run from Incapie with a first time cross into the box. Gyökeres, just need to control it, bro. And that, honestly, if you scored the second goal there, tie would have been over. Tie would have been over. Gyökeres. Big chance missed, man. Big chance missed. It's now with Koke. Ruggeri back to Koke. So Jimenez and Alvarez have been taken out. Alex Baena and Almada have been brought on. So clearly, kitchen sink, man. So last roll of the dice for Simeone. No more changes he can enforce now. So Baena has come on to replace Alvarez or Griezmann. So let me. So Alvarez was also taken off to be replaced by Thiago Almada. So let's see what Atletico are going to do now. They have changed their entire front line. It's a new front line, man, of Solot, Baena, Almada, Cardozo. For the guys that they've actually brought on. And of course, Molina playing as a right back. So let's see how it's gonna, whether it's gonna get them over the line. Is Trossard a little bit too strong for him? picked up by Llorente. Into Molina, Solot. Solot has been told to get up, man. Get on with it. So actually, Molina is the one who's going to play in midfield, while Llorente is going to play as the right back. So let me just swap those. I know now. I just no need to swap them. Hincapié has to get away from Pubil. Pubil able to get the ball nicely. Picked up by Cardozo. This is Llorente. Pubil. Oh, poor pass, man. The heck is he doing? Give the ball straight to White. You never attempt those crossfield passes, man. Come on. Know what he was doing there, honestly. He's a lucky boy. If only somebody like White was a bit more technical. No, he's not technical, but had a wonderful long shot ability. Yeah, Arsenal clearly trying to pin back Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid now looking to at least go long now. They want to go long. They have clearly seen that playing out from the back is not working. It's picked up by Ruggeri. This is Cardozo into Almada. This is Pubil. Nice into Llorente. Llorente coming forward. Llorente into the box. Led by Gabriel. Easy catch for Raya. I think what Atletico need to do is they need to try maybe work the ball out and don't just deliver crosses, high crosses into the box. Maybe try and hit low crosses. Get to the byline and cross it, because clearly this tactic is not going to work. Because you have a Gabriel out there and Saliba who are very good on the from aerial, yeah? Yeah, those two are very good. And of course, they're going to defend any kind of ball into the box, man. So you need to maybe try and unsettle them, eh? That's why I said the likes maybe of a PSG or a Bayern can actually unlock such a defense, because you're going to have to isolate some of these defenders, man, and make them play, actually maybe stretch their play. And it's a corner to Arsenal to be taken by Declan Rice. And your second goal for Arsenal here, of course, kills off the tie now. Kills off the tie. Rice to the box. It's cleared by Solot. It's now with Madueke. Madueke. Cross it. Ah, come on, Madueke. He was off balance, man. He's appealing for a foul, yeah? Yeah, Zubemendi about to come on. I'm sure he's going to replace what a referee. It's taken Trossard off to replace Zubemendi. Or it's Kelly who's being taken off. Is he injured? If he's injured, then just take him off. Don't need to play him. So I'm just going to make the change, because I don't think he's going to be able to continue. I just take him off. The Atleti fans, man, looking a bit sad, man. Just take him off. Yeah, Skelly is coming off. Yeah, it was expected, man. So anyway, at least Zubamendi adds a bit of engine in that midfield. But it seems like Skelly is gassed out. So let's see what happens in this final stages. Last maybe 17 minutes. Black goes long, led by Gabriel. Atletico need to push the tempo. Honestly, this kind of tactic is not gonna work for them. They need to push the tempo. Need to because the game is pretty much still in the balance. It's pretty much in the balance, man. Oblak goes long, finds Solot. Nice block from Saliba. This is Almada. Almada on the far side. Almada blocked by White. It's out for a corner. Almada into the box. Cleared by Gyökeres. Led back by Lorente. Gyökeres has to actually not picked up by Almada. Almada into the box. Soloth, man, what the heck are you doing? Of course, you had to foul the guy, man. Wow. Wow. For me, this is something that I will never, ever understand. How, as a striker or a midfielder or an offensive player, you have the defender back towards his goal, backed up towards his own goal. So, you foul him, you get him out of jail. You ease the pressure. Why don't you just let him stand and just maybe do a standing challenge or something? But you don't need to foul the guy. It's usually very, very unnecessary tactics. Very not like poor. It's normally poor decision making part of those strikers, man. Gyökeres over the bar. Yeah, Atletico still one shot on target. I don't know how they expect to get into the final, and they're not really creating any chances, man. Actually, that Griezmann chance. Solo to the header. Cleared by Raya. Back to Koke. Picked up by that Almada. Or who's that? Is Baena. Is Cardozo. This is Ruggeri. This is Almada. To the box. Told you. This tactic is not gonna work. Just keep pinging balls into the box. Raya's gonna collect those all day. Look at that. Gabriel, now the time wasting tactics start come from Arsenal now. Clearly. Oh, okay. It's not time wasting. Sorry. My bad. Actually, Raya ran into him and hit him in the back of the head. I don't know what he's complaining. It's not like he was hurt by an Atletico Madrid player. It was actually his own teammate. Picked by Madueke. Nice tackle by Ruggeri. Soloth, man. This guy, man. Ever since he came on, man, what has he even done? I don't know why they keep pinging balls towards him and he's not. Okay, he might be good for in the air, but so are Gabriel and Saliba. Madueke, the heck is he doing? Nice play from Baena. Loses out to Trossard. Don't know what he's appealing for. All Black choosing to go long. Oh my God. Atletico Madrid, man. I think I'm gonna call it. They're not gonna equalize. This one's done. They're playing now. Unless they get a dodgy penalty or something, because they don't look like as if they're on it. Odegaard, Gyökeres, picked up by Koke, unable to get away from Zubamendi. Don't know why he was trying to spin there, clearly. Is Odegaard. Ben White. Easy catch for All Black. Of course, he just had to come down to that one chance that Arsenal had in the first half. This is Baena, actually is Cardozo. Sorry, Almada. This is now Solot. Is he gonna get to it? This guy, man. It's now with Almada. It's cleared. Don't foul him. Don't foul him. Thank you. Yeah, don't foul them. Just pin them back. Don't need to foul them. Just force them to clear the ball long. This is Lorente. Lorente to the box. Cleared by Gabriel. Of course, Gabriel and Saliba are gonna eat those all day, man. Balls into the box. They just clear them off the head, man. With their heads, rather. This is Molina. Molina able to get away from Zubamendi. Lorente to the box. Cleared. Punched away by Raya. Nice punch by Raya. It's now with Madueke. Madueke loses out. This is Baena. Baena solo. Lorente. Easy catch for Raya. Lorente, maybe you should have don't try. Maybe take the snapshot rather. Just keep the ball, man, because you have the momentum. Have the momentum, man. Come on, man. Yellow card for Pubil, man. Was that a yellow card for who? Who exactly got a yellow card? Oh, what was going on there? Pubil, yellow card. I think this one's done. This one's done. Atletico Madrid have not been threatening enough for them to merit for them to show any signs that they're gonna get back into this game. But anyway, the draw is always kind of nice, no man. Leverkusen, Sporting, Atletico, those are teams that you'd expect them to beat, man. Because the other side of the draw was the one that had the serious heavyweights, the Real Madrids, the Bayerns, the PSGs. Yeah, those three heavyweights. Because Liverpool are not really heavyweights. Liverpool sometimes they're just there to make up the numbers, man, especially this season. And it's a free kick to Arsenal. I think they have done enough to see off the threat of Atleti. I don't think Atletico are gonna equalize. This one's gonna end this way. I think this one is gonna end this way. I'm just gonna call it now. This one is going to end this way. Maybe Arsenal score a second. Odegaard into the box. Read over by Saliba. Come on, Saliba. Should have done better. Huh? And Martinelli coming on for Trossard. The game's over, guys. I think this game's over. This game's done. This game's done. This game is done. Because if Atleti were to equalize, they would have equalized a long time ago. Just keep losing the ball, man. It's picked up by Ruggeri. Is Hanko. Kubil into Lorente. Lorente looking for Molina. Intercepted by Califiori. Not Califiori. Hincapie. Raya launches it forward, man. Might actually think he's doing a rugby kick. Don't know the. Oh my God. Atleti fans are crying, man. See that lady, man, crying out there. Seriously. Why are you crying, man? Or woman? Why are you crying? What is that to cry about? You see, if you're actually crying because your team has been creating the chances that they've just been unlucky, then that's okay. But if you're actually crying and your team has not done anything in this game other than those two chances in the first half chances in the first half, then what are you crying about? Honestly. Do you honestly expect to progress and you don't go out there and impose yourself in the game? How now? Any Declan Rice to the corner for Arsenal. The box. Gabriel. Mistimed the jump. See, for me, I've always looked at football in very, very simple terms. Whenever you start crying that you have not really done anything other not your team is losing and you have not done anything in the game, then how do you expect that how do you call that how do you make that fair? Okay, this is Molina. Solot. Okay, what is this Solot doing, man? Honestly. Hey, Solot, man. Pathetic player, man. Useless. What a chance for him, man. He's striking the ball with his left foot, then it goes over to his right foot. Wow. So a big chance for Atleti, man. That was the chance for Atleti right there. Are they gonna get another chance like that? Are they? I don't know. Oblak clears it, intercepted by Rice. It's picked up by Koke. Koke back to Oblak. Hey, Solot, man. Solot is. Hey, Solot, man. Oh, this guy. This guy, man. What was this guy even brought on, honestly? What was he even brought on? Told you, the guy strikes the ball. As a striker, you wonder, okay, seriously, you should be a better striker of the ball. But he strikes the ball onto his right foot. What nationality is this guy? He's Norwegian. Oh, wow. And he's 30 years of age. No wonder. He's dead food out there, man. This Solot fella is dead food. Dead food. Dead food, man. It's cleared by Pubil. Solot again. This is Molina. It's picked up by Solot. It's not gonna do anything. This is Almada looking for. So that was Bana looking for Almada. The heck are they doing out there, man? Honestly. Today, honestly, Gyökeres has worked his socks off, eh? It's picked up by Cardozo. It's fouled, man. It's now with Pubil. Yeah, this Solot's fella, man, honestly. But anyway, he's the type of striker that what's the name of this guy? Simeone likes. Those robust, huge strikers that the Diego Simeone Diego Costa type of strikers that just physical, but clearly lack the tactical ability. Yes, they just love to push players, bully defenders. That's all they are good for, man. Koke, this is Hanko, this is Ruggeri, Ruggeri into Baena. See, if Atletico would have played like this in the first stages, they would have been safe. Oh my God. I think I spoke too soon. This Alex Baena tries to score from 35 meters out. Wow. Seriously? You're trying to be the hero, you're trying to get your team into the final. Wow. Where do you see such kind of shots flying into the back of the net? Rarely do you see that. From that far out. Unless you're that good, man. Anyway. And this one's over. I already told this game's over. This game's over. I don't think Atleti are gonna do anything. I told this game was over a long time ago, man. Soon as these changes are made, the likes of Solo are brought on. This guy's it's not done anything, man. He's just been out. Don't foul him. Why are you fouling him, man? It's Martinelli. This is Odegaard. Martinelli. Gets picked up by Solot. Yeah, this guy, man. This guy's pathetic, man. Look at that, man. What is he even doing? He's busy tussling for the ball, off the ball with Gabriel. Anyway, how many minutes of other time are we gonna have? How many minutes? 5 minutes. Those are enough. Arsenal have done enough. Yeah. Wanna make it to their second Champions League final ever. Lorente goes long looking for Solot. Baena loses out. Don't foul him. Don't foul him. Just back him up, man. What the heck is this guy doing? This poor Bill fella. Yeah, Atletico Madrid, man. You wonder why they had to eliminate Barca for them to come and play like this. Honestly, that's why I wanted Barca to qualify, man. Because this Atletico Madrid, man, such a useless, pathetic team. Because that's why you call it haram football. This type of basically haram football is the haram football. But I think this game is over. These guys are not gonna create anything else. It's over. Maybe they're just gonna get one more chance. And of course, maybe it's gonna fall to who? The likes of Asolot. Guy who's not even good enough. Hey, that guy, man. Honestly. Koke switches the flanks. Molina. Out for a goal kick. Guy just lets the ball go over him. And then all of a sudden, the defender is ahead of him. Wow. Decision making, guys. Decision making. Using this. Anyway, one side of haram football is making it to the final, man. Are they in the final? They're gonna be in the final now. I don't know why these Atletico fans are so pissed off and sad in the stands. What did you expect? What honestly did you expect? You got lucky against Barcelona. Honestly, they got lucky. They got lucky against Barcelona. That's a game that they should never have won across both ties. Honestly, completely outplayed by Barcelona. Just that Barcelona in both games were reduced to 10 men. So Atletico, of course, with their dark arts football, were able just to go through. Simeone picks up a yellow card, man. Get out of here, man. Come on, referee, blow the whistle. This one's over. There you go. Solo. Yeah, that's the kind of striker they have out there. Guy who heads the ball to no one. Why did they even bring him on? They should have even left Álvarez on. They should have just left Álvarez on. Because why are you bringing on somebody like a Solot whose football brain is non-existent? That guy is useless. Honestly, I'll be honest, guys. That guy is useless. Solot is a very useless striker. Honestly, very useless. He's more the kind of striker that more plays second fiddle, eh? Maybe when the game is already on, you just bring him on to maybe be a bother for defenders. But when you're chasing the game, why should you bring somebody like him on? Let me check. Let me check out his goals and assists this season. Let me check out goals and assists for Solot. Let me look at his player profile. How many goals did he have this season? This guy, man. Look at this. He's busy grabbing onto Gabriel and go for the ball. Is Gabriel the ball or what? Cleared by Saliba. Hoofball, man. Let me see. Solos. You bring on a guy who's got 1 goal in 10 games. Who's gotten a yellow? Somebody on the bench has gotten a yellow. A game's over. Game's over. It's Califiori. But it doesn't matter. Does it mean that he's going to miss the final? I don't think so. Lorente. It's cleared by Gabriel. Come on, referee, blow the whistle now. Game's over. Okay, what's going on the technical bench, man? There's a bit of a scuffle going on, man. Other than the game going on, there's more of a scuffle going on amongst the substitutes and the players on the bench. Wow. Baena goes long. Solot. Come on, referee, blow. Thank you. Game over. Yep. Mikel Arteta and his boys made it to the Champions League final. Courtesy of a 2-1 aggregate victory over Atleti, man. One of the best game of football, but you have clearly seen better, man. You have clearly seen better. So, a mistake by Oblak was enough for Arsenal to get the goal in the first half, where the shot from Trossard, he parried it into the path of Saka. Saka, inside the box, just passed the ball to the back of the net. So, Arsenal have made it into the Champions League final. Yes, beating Atletico 2-1 on aggregate. Can't really say it was a hard-fought victory because it's just been one haram team after against another. Because Atletico are never gonna do anything. Look at this solo fella, honestly. And this guy, man, and this guy is dead, man. He's dead food. Hey, this solo fella, man. I've never seen such a striker like him. Hey, man, this guy, not even close to being good, man. It's what you call maybe a modern day Kevin Jones, man. I got this solo fella, man. Sheesh, this guy. Anyway, game's over, guys. Game is over. So, Atleti bow out. And many people had predicted that, of course, Arsenal are going to go through because Atletico are not strong enough to beat them over 2 legs. But maybe if it was Barcelona, things would have been a little bit different. But all that is wishful thinking now. But anyway, Arsenal make it into the Champions League final. It's been a good couple of days for them. They won their game against Fulham. And then yesterday, Man City dropped points to hand the title into Arsenal's hands. Because now, for Arsenal, destiny is now in their hands. They just need to win all their remaining games. And regardless of what Man City do, they will win the title. And then today, of course, they managed to beat the other side of haram football. Was that really haram football? I don't know. I think it was, because it's a poor game, man. Of course, it's not the same level of quality or intensity as the other semi-final, eh? Because the other semi-final was the one that was epic. In fact, many people had tipped that to be the final. But unfortunately, one of those teams has to bow out. So of course, we're gonna be here to do that game tomorrow. As for this one, game is over. Arsenal made it to their second ever Champions League final. They'll be hoping to go one better, go one further than they did in 2006 and eventually win the Champions League for the first time ever in their history. And of course, join the likes of Man City as one of the English teams that has won one Champions League title. In fact, I think this is going to be like Arsenal. Is it going to be like Arsenal's first or second European title? Because have they ever won the Europa League? I don't know. Have the Arsenal ever won the Europa League? Let me check. Have Arsenal ever won the Europa League? No, Arsenal have never won the Europa. Oh, yeah, they've never won. So Arsenal hoping to at least win their first ever European title. They've never won the Europa League. They've never won the Champions League. So whomever they play in the final, of course, they have a chance. Doesn't matter whom they play in the final, you always have a chance. In any final, you always have a chance. Whether you're playing a team in the relegation zone or a team in League 1 or League 2, it doesn't matter. A final is a final. Either team has got the opportunity to win it. So let's see what Mikel Arteta is going to do. But right now, the odds are now stacked in his favor. Because it seems like out of the two trophies, he's going to win one. Either the Premier League or the Champions League. It's going to be very, very difficult for them to bottle both. I don't think they're going to bottle both because, of course, for the league, it's already in their hands. As for the Champions League, well, that's a story for another day. I don't know whether they're going to sail through, but we are going to see. Not sail through, but I don't know whether they're going to win the competition. But anyway, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to this game. It was not really the best game of football. It was just edgy and a bit cagey. Yes, both teams clearly basically doing what was expected. Whoever was to score first just needed to set up shop and sit back and just wait for the other one to attack, which is exactly what happened. And of course, in Arsenal's case, it worked for them into their second ever Champions League final. Their last Champions League actually was 20 years ago. Wow. It's funny that their last Champions League final was 20 years ago. Exactly 20 years ago, in 2006, where they lost the final against Barcelona, courtesy of goals from, was it Belletti and Samuel Eto'o. But it's because on that particular, honestly, I watched that final, and if you had to ask me, Arsenal are going to win that final. If it was actually 11 versus 11, it's because Jens Lehmann was given a red card in the first half. And somehow Arsenal managed to take the lead with 10 men. But I always said, if Arsenal played that game 11v11, they probably would have won it. They probably would have won it. Anyway, game's over, guys. On to the next one. Of course, we're going to cover the other games tomorrow. So make sure you tune in for that. As far as this one goes, Arsenal making the Champions League final, and I'll see what they're going to do. Otherwise, guys, do take care. Have a good evening and peace.